And then the last question that I have is, do you have a countdown to when he comes home? Yes, I do. I actually, from what I believe, I actually introduced Stephanie into a countdown.
Donut of misery.
Yeah, people will know it as a donut of misery, and pretty much it's something that you can find on the internet. Literally type in donut of misery and on Google, and it will give you a link how to set it up, and it's really simple. You write down, or it comes in like an Excel program, and you write down the day they left, and say if it's a 7-month deployment, 31 weeks, count down 31 weeks, roughly. It will give you an idea of when they're coming home. It's not going to be the exact date, and okay, yeah, it is. We're good. We're back. Malfunction on my computer. But it will tell you roughly when they come back and the percentage and how many days you have down.
Oh, right, even down to the seconds.
They literally do have seconds, hours, minutes.
That's awesome.
Days, weeks. It's like point something of a year. It's definitely they got it down packed, and it's kind of neat because after so many like percentages that are down, it has a little bar underneath it.
Oh, I love that little bar.
And it will like give you kind of a little bit of like a motivation of like feeling like Superwoman yet, or
yeah, that's what mine says.
That's what mine says right now, is like feeling like Superwoman with a question mark. And it definitely like it gives you a good feeling to like, okay, I've made it this far, and granted, yeah, we're not halfway done by any means, but it's definitely like you want to, like, I check mine every Friday, because knowing me, I would check it every single day. If I don't, like, if I want to know, and I do want to know all the time, but I know I'm going to get frustrated if I do, so I check mine every Friday, and usually that's what they try to do. Or like the day that he left, so say if he left on like a Tuesday, you check it every Tuesday, but I check mine Fridays.
Yeah. I'm the kind of person where that thing would just like drive me crazy, because I would check it every day, if it was just for anybody. But I kind of keep that stuff in my mind, in the back of my mind, just kind of on the back burner. So if I kind of let some time go by, then I look back and I'm like, hey, it's been, this long, and that didn't feel that bad. So, so many months from now it won't feel as bad, and it kind of feels better when you just kind of try not to think about it, and that kind of a thing.
Like Katrina said, out of misery. I actually haven't checked it in like a week, so I'm doing pretty good. I try. My main countdown before Katrina introduced me to the donut of misery was since my first year of college, spring break, which is the end of March, but by then Devin should be home. So those are my 2 countdowns.
Oh, and I have another countdown too, but it's only because my nephews are younger, and they didn't understand what the donut of misery are, but they know that he's gone, and they want to know when he's coming back. So I do have a it's a countdown chain, and it on each like chain link, it has a date of when to cut, and it's literally each chain is a week. And I actually have it. Hopefully you guys can see it. It's actually over there. It's hanging up. I'm trying to see. Stephanie's gonna show you roughly where it is. It's that right there up above, and for each, like I said, each chain link is a week. So that's what I use, and I actually, like, my nephews don't come over like every weekend, so sometimes I'll cut a link and I'll like take a picture and show them, maybe like a week down, so they get it, so it's nice. I like it because it's something that I can remind myself every single day. Like, okay, we're almost one more week. Like, and it's a positive thing for me. I don't look at it as bad. So that's another thing I have. So it's a good thing for little kids if they want to know and want to do a countdown too. But yeah, can you think of anything else that people should know or might have questions of that we haven't covered?
I think just to stay positive is like a really big thing. It's really hard to stay positive when you know that people are overseas, but just staying positive help them also not be as scared, and letting them know that, you know, if you write a letter or whatever, just tell them what you're doing in your life, because that'll kind of distract them from what they're doing overseas, and it'll make it feel like it's more normal. Like your life is just going on, and they're still a part of your life, and keeping them positive is the most important thing, because that'll keep them more safe and feel like they have a purpose over there. So keeping positive and telling them that you love them is a really good thing to do.
Have a sense of humor. That's what they need to.
Yes.
Even if they've had a bad day, or if you've had a bad day, I at least throw a joke or two in an email when I send it off, just because it's something goofy. Sorry, my cat is like brushing up against Stephanie's foot right now, so she's giggling about that.
Feet.
So yeah, but no, definitely, like Katie said, definitely stay positive.
Be patient.
Be very patient.
As hard as it is, I'm the least patient person ever. But you have to be patient. Like, if you don't get an email, consider it, or a phone call, consider it good news rather than bad news. They try to keep those guys as safe as they can over there.
And as busy as they can.
Yes. They are really busy. It's not like they're stateside, and it's not like they're based out of California or wherever in the U.S. They're deployed. They are in a combat zone, whether people want to admit it or not. They are in a combat zone, and like Stephanie said, everybody's just trying to keep each other safe, and they are brothers over there. That's how they look at each other. They are brothers. They are taking care of each other while they are over there. So on that note, us girls back home have to take care of each other. And like I said, I know I'm going to need Stephanie and I'm going to need Katie during this deployment, and I know they're going to turn around and probably need me too, hopefully.
Hell, I've needed you a few times.
Stephanie's already needed me a few times, but that's okay. I would rather talk about it with her, knowing that she's going to be there to back me up. It really is. Like, if you are involved with the military on the home front, you definitely learn to love your sisters and make a lot of sisters and friends and keep each other close. Another thing, if you go and you talk to him, even though it's going to kill you, to sit there and try to put on an act, really try to not send him a message saying, you know, this deployment's really getting to me, and there actually is a saying on the internet that, you know, that's the last thing he wants to hear, because at least I think in Stephanie's case too, like, if she sent a message to Devin about that, he would think, well, geez, if I'm not there to take care of her and make my wife happy and stuff like that, then she's going to find it somewhere else, which is not true, for the record. It's not true. It's not true at all. She is not going anywhere, Devin. Don't worry about it. And I'll make sure of that. But yeah, it might hurt to like sit there and put a front on it, but he's doing it for a reason. And you know, it takes a strong man to be in the military, but it takes an even stronger woman to sit back home and kind of be okay with it. But like I said, I support him with whatever. I know Stephanie and Katie do too. We support our guys with all we can. I'm pretty proud of my boys. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and even though Katie's being quiet, she supports her boys too.
Yeah. They're good guys, and I wouldn't trade them for the world, so they have really good morals that they learn, so.
Might be crazy, like,
but they need that.
Yeah.
They definitely need the crazy and the fun when they come home, so.
be positive. Trust me, it'll make time pass by quicker. I don't know how Stephanie feels, but I actually can't believe that a month has already passed.
I can't either, man.
And it literally will be a month tomorrow. So I'm excited for that. But it's I don't even know what to say. Like I'm excited for them to come home. I'm ready for them to come home. But month down, 6 to go kind of deal. We're doing okay. I've broken down once. So I'm doing okay. But yeah, no, we want you guys home. We want everyone home. Back to their families, back to their friends. There's a lot of people out there missing you. But come home soon, and I want to obviously like aim it to my boy and my friends out there to definitely come home. And I know Katie wants to say it to Ian and Christian and our buddy Morgan, all of our friends, Morgan. And for Stephanie, obviously, it's Devin. Ugh, no, I'm just kidding. Come home, Devin.
Please.
Finally, hurry. I want to finally be able to actually, like, really meet you. And,
Oh, he's a peach.
well, I'd hope so. She's gonna say that, oh, he's so sweet. Well, I hope so if you married him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. And then also, I also want to say too, my friend Jason, who's just like my brother, to come home soon. He was a daddy not too long. He just became a daddy not too long ago. So come home, and your baby's waiting for you to meet their dad. But luckily, he got to see his baby be born via Skype, so that definitely helped, and it was so much fun. And it definitely tore me apart to see it, but it was nice. I wasn't in the room for the birth. Let's get that straight. But I got him on Skype, and I told him, I was like, your wife's having the baby. You need to like watch this. And of course, I can only imagine his response. Poor guy. I woke him up. Now he's deployed too with our guys, and up first thing in the morning, telling him, your wife's having the baby. Oh, here. And I flipped the screen around, set it down, and I walked out of the room. Poor guy woke up to his wife giving birth. But God love him. So, Jason, your baby's waiting for you to come home, and I know your wife is too. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Can I think of anything else? But that's all we got. So tune in. There'll probably be more to come. If we have more questions, I'll get these girls involved, even if we have to do it like via Skype. But see you guys.